Welcome to Just for Today. I'm Lisa Kaye with Promise Resource Network. More than ever in my recovery statement, I want to believe that I have courage. Yeah, courage. Considering myself a coward or has debilitated me. It's like a showstopper. Having courage is important for me. I have and I want to continue to overcome fear and anxiety. Just for today, I'm Lisa Kaye. This is a slogan in the 12-step recovery rooms. It simply means, part of it simply means, and I'm paraphrasing, that we can hear something, see something this morning that we could consider in our recovery walk. Good morning, Araperna. Good morning. Maybe we won't consider this for a lifetime, but just for today, could we consider it? Courage. Yeah, it's very important to me. I want mantra in my statement to include that I have courage. I had courage, right? I want to walk in. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of being abusive. When I need to step up, I need to step up. When I just need to say something, I need to say something. When I need to be quiet, I'll be quiet, right? So it takes courage. We're going to talk about that just a little bit this morning. On the family side of addiction, walking in fear for years. I have said this before. I will still put it out there to paint a picture in my own trauma, my own recovery walk. I literally decorated my home with Narcan. It was in every corner, every drawer for years, and still is in my bags. It's everywhere. But I was that person that lived in fear um, as I would go up the steps for years to wake my son or to check on my son. Narcan in one hand, a cup of coffee in the other. It became my norm. It was a nightmare that just seemed like it was never going to end. I will tell you there's hope. There's always hope. Those of you who walk beside someone in your life who is struggling with this disease of addiction, there is hope. But you have to start with you, right? Yes, we can be that barrier. I was that barrier. And I confidently say today, even if it's just for today, that I no longer am a barrier for my son. He has his own barriers that I can't control, can't do anything about, but I can tell you today I am not a barrier. My son is just a few days away from completing a 28-day program, inpatient, and he sounds amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on him. I can't wait to walk beside him in recovery. But I have to have courage. I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to represent fear. I want to walk in my own truth. And this morning, we're going to talk. I have some quotes for you about courage that you may have not thought about. So let's see who's out there this morning. Let me know you're here and with me. Thank you so much for letting me know. Good morning, Miss Sheila. Glad to see you are on. Miss Aaron Perna was quick on the draw this morning, saying good morning. Pete, good morning, everyone. Y'all are chatting it up with each other. Yeah, go Joe. Oh, Mr. Henry Lee, good morning, world, with love. Good to see you on, Mr. Henry. Glad to see you are on. Yeah, go Joe. But more importantly, go mom, right? All you moms and dads out there, all you champions in recovery who've walked your own journey, we cheer each other on. We cheer the families on. This is a family disease. And in courage, we have to consider, are we walking in courage? I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of walking in fear and anxiety. It doesn't serve me well. Good morning, Miss Stephanie. Happy morning. Happy Wednesday to you as well. What made me kind of jump into this is I just stumbled upon, like I always do, and I believe that it's divine intervention, my higher power throwing some stuff at me to say, hey, look at this. You need a little bit of love this morning, Lisa. But the other morning, I came across some quotes just around courage, and it made me dive deeper into some other things around courage. Brene Brown said this: courage originally meant to speak one's mind by telling all one's heart. Winston Churchill said, courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Shannon Alder says, courage doesn't happen when you have all the answers. It happens when you are ready to face the questions you have been avoiding your whole life. Adam Gordon says, life is mostly froth and bubbles. I love this one. Two things stand like stone: kindness in others' trouble, courage in your own. Let me read that one more time. Life is mostly froth and bubbles. Two things stand like stone: kindness in another's trouble, courage in your own. Yeah. Those of you who are To Kill a Mockingbird fans, here's a quote from To Kill a Mockingbird. I wanted you to see that real courage is, instead of getting the idea that courage is a man with a gun in his hand, it's when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. Yeah. Just for today. Let's dig in a little bit this morning. We're just going to scratch the surface. Hope you will dive in on your own. But also today at 12:30, we will have our Zoom group, Next Level Recovery. I hope you will join us for that. I'm going to put that in the chats right now. You who have not come on before, there is the Zoom link with the ID and password. So at 12:30 today, you will see a lot of the folks that are on this morning with me come on to Next Level Recovery. And we're going to dive in a little bit this morning about this courage, going a little bit deeper and hear what you guys have to say. I love Next Level Recovery. We get to see each other. We get to talk, hear each other's voices instead of just the little comments and profiles that we see on Just for Today. We have anywhere from 4 to 10, 11, 12 people show up. We would love to have you. So come on, check us out this morning at 12:30 or this afternoon. You don't have to say a word. You can just come on and just listen and absorb, or you can come on and be heard, supported. These are some amazing people that come on at 12:30. I walk away feeling so empowered. They feed and love on me just as much as I feed and love on them. So guys, you come on today at 12:30. It's every Wednesday at 12:30. It doesn't matter if it's just me and you. If there's only one of you show up, we will have some great conversations and love on each other in our next level discussion. But today we're going to talk about courage. Let's see what you guys got to say this morning before we dive in a little bit deeper. Aaron Perna says, what comes from the heart? Let's see if I can pull it up. What comes from the heart and mind is far more valuable than things that can be bought. Absolutely. Absolutely, Aaron. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do it scared. I love that, Aaron. Do it scared. Henry said, I like that. Absolutely. Henry, you have a lot of courage. Aaron Perna, you have a lot of courage. You demonstrated that last week at the recovery conference, jumping up, talking to people you didn't even know, swapping business cards, swapping ideas, swapping passions. It was truly a pleasure and an honor to watch a young champion for recovery who's in her own walk in recovery, who I haven't seen too scared of anything. So, Aaron, I'm very, very proud of you. Henry Lee, you know I'm proud of you. You show courage each and every day that I've ever known you, and that's been some years, probably going on about 8 years now I've known you, Henry. So, yeah, courage. You guys demonstrate it every day, and you definitely model it in so many ways. Yeah. All right, let's get started. We're not going to be long this morning. We're just going to hit some points. Hopefully you'll hear something from me or in the chats that will inspire you to dig deeper, or even just to consider where you are in your own courage barometer. Where you land in that? Or do you need to do some work? Have you ever thought about it? Right? Do you hold courage? Is that something that you hold important? Just for today, I hope you'll consider it. But I love these quotes. And of course, those of you that know me, I love The Wizard of Oz, especially Wicked. I've gone to see it multiple times. And there's so many quotes around courage, the cowardly lion, right? And I love, this was a funny one, that I really could see in myself a lot of the times, where the cowardly lion says, all right, I'll go in there for Dorothy, right? Wicked witch or no wicked witch, guards or no guards, I'll tear them apart. I may not come out alive, but I'm going in there. There's only one thing I want you fellas to do. And the Tin Man and Scarecrow say, what's that? And the Cowardly Lion says, talk me out of it. Absolutely. Sometimes we want people to talk us out of it, right? We get so passionate and we get so moved to do something, say something, be something. And then all of a sudden, this fear rises up and we just wish sometimes somebody would talk us out of it. But the Cowardly Lion showed us that he could find courage, right? And we can too this morning. Courage is kind of like a muscle. What my research reminded me of, and I knew this, that some people are born with courage, right? Some, it is given to us, those of us who serve different higher powers, who meditate and are guided by our higher power. There are some readings that remind us that it comes from our higher power. We've got to be able to receive it, right? Lots of things come our way, but if we're not paying attention, it may just go by us, right? We don't want that. But it's like a muscle. Some of us can build muscles pretty quickly. Some of us, it takes a little bit of time, but it's okay. It's still a muscle. It's kind of like the muscles in our body. We can develop them. We can go lift the weights. We can go do all the things we need to do, right? So is courage. You may not feel this morning that you have courage, but you can build it. Just going to touch a little bit this morning about how that can happen. And then we're going to get on with our day with courage, right? So how do we develop courage? How do we grow the courage that we have? Here it is, guys. One of the things it talked about was passion. Pursuing your passions. Now, I'm not talking about some goals. Goals can be a trigger word or a word that cannot feel so good. A lot of us have been in therapy and we feel when the therapist says it's time to work on some goals, it may feel forced. It may not be something that we feel really good about. But a passion goal is something that you would jump out of the bed to go work on in the morning, right? Dedication to this passion, to this cause or goal, whichever you want to choose, is a way of giving that sense of purpose that at times we were willing to move mountains for, right? What is that thing in your life, guys, that you are willing or once was? Maybe you have grown tired. Maybe you have lost your way in it. But what was that thing that you would jump out of the bed for? What is that thing that you would move mountains for, that you would lay down in front of to see it happen? What is that for you? A sense of purpose can decrease our anxiety and stress. I don't know about you, but I need my anxiety and my stress to decrease, right? So that is one way, is to think this morning, what is that passion for you? If you want to chat about it, if you want to put it out there this morning, what is that thing that would cause you to leap out of the bed in the morning and be ready to work on, be ready to join forces with, whatever that thing is, right? Think about it this morning. Maybe you haven't thought about it in a while, but this is one of the ways we can develop courage or we can strengthen our courage. The second thing that I found was that accepting, hear me out, accepting and believing there is no courage without fear. If you're a person that says, oh, I can never have courage, I just walk in fear all the time, right? Boom, blow that out. You have got to accept and believe there is no courage without fear. Mark Twain said, I found this one on Mark Twain, courage is not the lack of fear, it is the acting in spite of it. All right? So just for today, what is it this morning that you walk in fear around? What is that? Are you ready to walk and face it? Yeah, Sheila says absolutely no courage without fear. You got to accept it. You have to accept it. The other thing that we can work on, we talk about this, but are you intentionally working on it in your recovery? And that's self-confidence. Being intentional, like working on this, like for real working on this. Self-confidence means believing, period, that no matter what, you'll figure it out. No matter. I don't know about you, but there are some times that I wonder how in the heck I'm going to make it to the end of the month with the money that I have. I don't know about you, but gas, food, electricity, clothes, supplies, toilet paper, whatever, huge increase has blown my budget out the water, right? Having self-confidence that I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. When I'm faced with whatever's going to come my way today, I want to get in my car in a little bit, my truck, head to Charlotte in just a few minutes. Got to head there. What is going to face me there? I don't know, but this is what I do know. I want to walk in confidence, and I want to know whatever is out there, whatever's waiting on me at 2224 The Plaza this afternoon, that no matter what, between myself, Erin Perna, Sharon Galuski, Sam, even Mr. Henry, who shows up every day as a recovery champion, that we will figure it out no matter what. Self-confidence. We got to work on that. The more self-confidence you are, the less fear you will experience when all of a sudden you wake up and there is a crisis. There is a traumatic event. I don't know about you, but life has shown up for me a lot in these 59 years. Loss of a child, walking about 15, 17 years with the love of my life, one of the loves of my life, my first son, in pretty serious addiction. My mother now has cancer. Yeah, the greatest woman in my life who continues to show me at every step of the way her confidence, her grace. Yeah, that she's going to get through this no matter what. And she's never doubted it, right? I don't know about you, but I want to be able to show up, work it out, because life is going to throw some stuff at us. Just because we're in recovery. Our higher power didn't promise us a rose garden. He didn't promise that everything was going to be beautiful out there. We're in the same world that we were when we were not well. Now we can feel it, see it. We can be a part of it, but we can be a part of the solution. We can be a part of the healing, right? Yeah, Henry, you better get over there now. I don't want you to be late because I'm probably going to be. Self-confidence. I want to be able to show up, not only for my own life, for the people who are important to me. How do we work on this self-confidence? First of all, guys, if you're not really sure what you need to do to build that self-confidence, go sit with someone that you see has self-confidence. Be curious, ask. I always tell people, go sit at the master's feet. If you see someone who has mastered a skill or a trait, go ask them, how did you do this? How did you get like this? Maybe there's something that's going to fall out of their mouth that you go, hey, I can try that. Why not go ask the very people that you admire the most? hmm Go see if they'll sit with you and chat with you about what they did to be so self-confident. Then when you learn, you research it, you learn, you sit with folks, then you have to practice it. It will take effort. It just like anything else, it just don't fall on us. Dang it. It doesn't. It takes effort. Because I don't know about you, but I know I've missed some opportunities to grow in my life because I was too afraid. And I don't even want to think about what those were. I hope I get a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a sixth chance. I don't know. But I hope I do get a chance. I don't want to miss out on opportunities to grow. I don't want to miss out on blessings because I'm too afraid to step out. But there are times that we are. There are times if you're early in your recovery or early fresh coming through some traumatic events, this may sound very, very scary to even work on. But it is possible. There is hope. There's hope. But you got to put in the effort. Go sit with someone that easy, right? That you admire. That you admire. Oh, Miss Jenny, glad you're on. I'm really enjoying this. This is the first time I'm sat in with you. I work at Door Recovery. Well, welcome, Miss Jenny. Glad you're on. I've heard all about the No Wrong Door Recovery, and Miss Jenny, thank you so much. We're definitely going to be arm in arm with you. And hey, yeah, thank you. Enjoy that you are here. I really do enjoy that you're here, and hopefully we'll be talking soon. Yes, Sheila says, saying good morning. Very good. You guys are so amazing. Saying good morning and welcome our new folks that come on. I hope you, Jenny, can join us at Next Level at 12:30 today. I put the Zoom link and the password and all that in the chat, so copy it and come join us today at 12:30. We'd love to have you. So many of the folks that you see this morning will be there. Managing your feelings is another way to work on this courage. Yep, managing your feelings. Self-regulate. We hear that word all the time. Under intense challenges, it is an important skill for courageous individuals, right? When we finally push away that fear long enough to step through, right, and have that courage, those are some intense feelings that can happen, right? So to be able to self-regulate ourselves, whether it's deep breathing, meditation, whatever those things are, if you haven't discovered that yet, I encourage you to dig in. Dig in. This is your recovery. What works for me may not work for you, right? So it's my responsibility, your responsibility to work on your own recovery. Learning how to do that self-regulation without losing it, right? The way you think largely shapes how you feel. And that was another, Lisa Kaye, that I really needed to see last night as I was preparing for just for today. The way you think largely shapes how you feel. Yeah. If I think I'm tired, I'm gonna walk in tiredness. If I think I'm afraid, I'm gonna walk in fear. If I think whatever, if I think of peace, as Henry just said, I will walk in peace. Yeah. Managing, Sheila says, I struggle with that, managing my feelings. Pete says, sharing your talents with others takes courage. Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. It really does. We can do some prep work. We can work on that courage muscle. If you don't have it, you want it as part of your recovery walk. I encourage you to do these things. We'll talk about that this morning at 12:30, Next Level. This to recognizing that there's a few things there's few things in the world that cause more stress than fighting against circumstances outside our control. So it's important to recognize what we can and can't control. And we're also going to talk about that as part of this courage talk this afternoon at 12:30 in Next Level. That circle of influence I want to share with you. Knowing that we have done our best, right? How many times have you thought about that? Gosh, I should have done more. Or, you know what? I did my best. I'm going to leave it in the hands of my higher power and see what happens, right? These are things that can work on the courage. One of the final things I want to talk about this morning is being authentic. That is essential in your courage. It means being the person you claim to be. Yeah, courageous people are willing to face unpleasant truths about themselves without getting defensive or trying to rationalize them away. Yep, being authentic. Who are you? Who are you? Are you representing? Are you being authentic to who you say that you are? Having connections is another way to work on your courage. Come to PRN. If you don't feel like you're connected, come on to PRN. Continue to come back to Just for Today. Show up today at 12:30. Connect. Is so helpful when we are faced with some things that we're fearful of and that we're really trying to get that courage built up to walk with other champions. You're not an island. It's a beautiful thing to be connected. We were built to connect with each other, not to just isolate. Courage. After it's easier to face adversity, things we're worried about. Maybe it's a loss of a loved one. Maybe you're like me, you've got a son, a daughter who's struggling with addiction. When you've got some champions that you are building a relationship with, some close people that can be your cheerleader, be your shoulder, be your prayer warriors, whatever it is that you need, having that connection to other people. So just remember, guys, it's a muscle. You can build it. You may feel like your courage muscle is non-existent, you know, but it can be built. I promise you it can. It really can. Practicing small acts of courage, right? That simply means doing some things that kind of make you uncomfortable. Can expand your comfort zone. Like today at 12:30, I'm going to ask one of you or several of you for the next Wednesday to be in charge of or lead Next Level Recovery. So I want you to go ahead and think about that right now, because I am not going to be there next Wednesday, and it needs to go on, right? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. So be thinking about it. Maybe this is a step that you'll say, hey, I'll co-facilitate, or yeah, or I'll do it. I'll be in charge. I'll get us going next Wednesday, right? I don't know. Maybe you've never done that before. Some of you that are wanting to take a step in to work on that courage, I challenge you to think about it this morning at 12:30. We will have a chat about that. So we'll see who is ready for this challenge. It's a small challenge. It is, because you're with other champions. You're not going to be alone, but it is a challenge. And if this is something that you want to work on, step forward today. Be thinking about it this morning. Guys, courage. I want to work on it myself. I want to get stronger in it. I see the benefit of it. I want to consider what is going to get Lisa Kaye jumping out of the bed in the morning. I don't usually have a trouble jumping out of the bed in the morning. I have lots of things that I'm passionate about, and one of those things is coming on with you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure. But guys, it's 7 o'clock. As Aaron P says, I got to head to Charlotte. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Just for today, consider where you are with the courage. Consider where you are. What do you need to do? Maybe it's just as simple as sitting with someone that you admire, that you see courage in. Just to sit, be curious, and then dig in. It's your responsibility. It's my responsibility. Next level thinking in our recovery. If you just started in your recovery walk, it's okay. You can build the muscle. You can continue building that courage. So you can speak your heart out loud. Speak your heart out loud. Well, I'm going to head to Charlotte. And I hope that I will see you guys today at 12:30. Good morning, Miss Liz. Love you too, honey. And I hope I see you today at 12:30 too, because I missed y'all last week being in the conference. But hopefully we'll see all of you there, right? Got room for everybody on the Zoom for sure. All right, guys, I love you. Have a wonderful day. And if I don't see you today at 12:30, I'll see you Friday, 6:30, just for today. Love you guys. Let's go out and grab that courage. Bye.